What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are bringing you guys Life Orb Duskmane Necrozma for ranked Regulation I. Now, when it comes to Necrozma, this Pokemon is really strong, and most of the time you see it rocking weakness policy next to a Pokemon that uses Bulldoze, and usually pops weakness policy and you kind of go from there. But this time, we're doing it a little bit different. We are using the Life Orb as item to just maximize its damage right off the rip. We don't have to set up no weakness policy. This Pokemon can get straight after it. Now, Necrozma has an amazing ability of Prison Armor. It's rocking the Dragon Terror type to get rid of a few of its weaknesses. On top of that, it's got a great move pool with Photon Geyser, Sunseal Strike, Trick Room to either pop Trick Room or counter Trick Room teams, and last but not least, we have Protect. Now, our second restricted Pokemon going to be that Koraidon, and Koraidon is taking over the meta within Regulation I. It is just such a good secondary restricted Pokemon, which is why we're seeing it a ton. It's got Orichalcum Pulse, Clear Amulet, Protect, Flame Charge, Closing Course, Flare Blitz, yeah, blah, 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 blah. We've seen this a ton of times on the ladder already. Now, a Pokemon that I haven't seen in a good bit that is super strong is going to be Ogerpon. Hearthflame Ogerpon to be exact. This Pokemon hits like a truck, especially in the sunlight. It's rocking its normal moveset, Ivy Cudgel, Woodhammer, Follow Me, Spiky Shield. And then our final three Pokemon, Root, Bonnet, Walking Wake, and Tinglu. This Tinglu is going to be really good up against Pokemon like Lunala or Shadow Rider Calyrex. Walking Wake over here with the choice specs to do a lot of special attacking damage. And then Brute Bonnet, a Pokemon that we showcased in yesterday's video. So if you guys want to see that Pokemon in a full showcase, definitely go check out that video. You guys want to run the team for yourself? Run the code is at the top right hand corner. And if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. But without further ado, let's hop into match number 1, showcasing Life Orb Necrozma in ranked Regulation I. Match number 1 coming at you guys, and we are going up against a heavy Trick Room squad with Ice Rider, Calyrex, and Palkia. On top of that, they got Torkoal, Hatterene, Urshifu, and Indeedee. We definitely got to bring in Necrozma to at least try to counteract Trick Room here early on, right? We're at 74 speed, so this Pokemon actually kind of thrives out in the Trick Room a little bit, but I would rather cancel out Trick Room than anything else, right? So I am going to end up leading the Necrozma. Who else should I lead with this? Tinglu's not too bad here, just a lower special attacking. Pretty good, so I'll probably bring it in here, but probably not lead it. I could just lead my Koraidon and just get after it. Yeah, so we're going to go Koraidon. We are going to go Necrozma here. In the back end, we're definitely bringing Tinglu, and then it's either Ogerpon or Walking Wake. Walking Wake's really good. It's just so powerful. I mean, Palkia is a little bit of an issue for us, which is why I kind of would rather go in the Walking Wake than Ogerpon. But I mean, Ogerpon's still just going to be an absolute menace with Ivy Cudgel, right? And Woodhammer and Follow Me. Choice specs though, Walking Wake. Choice specs with the Water Terror. This thing could do some damage. We're going into my boy. Walking Wake. Let's do it. Maybe I should have used Ogerpon here, but Walking Wake just seems too good. That choice specs just maximizes damage like crazy, and it just hits like a truck. Like a choice spec stab Draco Meteor. Come on, man. That thing's ridiculous. Plus, Sunlight's gonna be out here for pretty much the whole match. I mean, they got Torkoal, I got Koraidon. It's gonna be a sunny day. It's gonna be a sunny match here. It's gonna be a real sunny day here. But we'll end up seeing the Palkia and Ice Rider Calyrex combo early on here. The real question is, do I potentially Terrasilize my Koraidon, or do I just straight up attack? I might just straight up attack. Orichalcum Pulse is here out and about. Glacial Lance is a little scary. I'm thinking of just going Trick Room here to cancel out their Trick Room, and then just ripping a Collision Course. Maybe just into Palkia, because I feel like Ice Rider Calyrex has a chance of protecting. Both these Pokemon have Trick Room. They both have Trick Room. And someone's sending it, I just don't know who. I end up just ripping a Collision Course into Palkia, doing great, beautiful damage. And he's going to throw a Spatial Rend, which leads me to think he's going for Trick Room here, right? He's going to pick up the KO. I would think you're going to go for Trick Room. So Spatial Rend KOs, maybe we should have Terrasized Koraidon. But yeah, he is going to go for Trick Room, so we're just going to cancel it out. Lovely, beautiful, dope, cool, awesome. Lovely, awesome, cool. He pops Trick Room. Alright. So now we're sitting here. We got Palkia decently low on HP. I got Life Orb Necrozma to deal some damage. I think we just bring out Walking Wake and we get after it. Right? Or I could bring out Tinglu. I'm gonna bring out Walking Wake. And I might just double down into this. In all honesty, I might just double down into this. It's what's called slot. This Calyrex slot. But you know what? Never mind. We're just going to go Sunseal Strike. Send that way. And we're choicing here. Hydro Steam's not going to KO. I'm just going to rip a Draco Meteor. Maybe they swap. Draco Meteor's going to land. I'll swap my Walking Wake next turn then. So I end up ripping a Draco Meteor. Hopefully he's not going for Trick Room this turn. Maybe just going for a Glacial Lance here. Sunseal Strike probably not going to KO just because of how bulky this Pokemon is. Which is why I kind of wanted to double down into it. But we'll see. We'll see how much damage we can do. Sunseal Strike, Stab, Life Orb, super effective. Gets KOing. Lovely. Awesome. Take that all day. I'll take that all day. So we counter Trick Room turn 1. Get rid of the Palkia. They get rid of our Koraidon. We get rid of the Ice Rod Calyrex on top of that. Now's a good turn for us to probably swap Walking Wake. Just because I'm -2 on special attack. They're going to go into Hatterene. Is this Hatterene and Indeedee? That's the real question. Hatterene and Torkoal. Torkoal's a little annoying. I do have the Dragon Terror, which is, it's okay. But I kind of just want to protect here. Get out my boy with the Assault Vest Ting-Lu. Swap Walking Wake and kind of go from there, right? Just to kind of read out what they want to do here, first and foremost. They could be going for an Eruption. They could also just be going for like a Dash and Lean. But I am scared because I do have the Dragon Terror type to kind of get rid of our Fire weakness. But at the same time, that leaves us vulnerable to Fairy weakness. So we'll see what they want to do here. We'll see what their play is here. Yep, there's Dazzling Gleam, which is scaring me a good bit. Ting-Lu with that Assault Vest and this ability should soak this pretty well. And actually, that thing's hitting like a truck. It is Life Orb. He's hitting pretty hard. Flamethrower is going to launch. We are going to block it up. Okay. They still have Terra. They still have Terra type. They still have Terra type. I am going to actually just go for a Photon Geyser here rather than a Sunseal Strike into that slot. Actually, I could swap it. You know what? Yeah, Sunseal Strike. Let's try to get rid of the Hatterene. And we'll just go for Stomping Tantrum into this Torkoal slot. They're trying to do as much damage as they possibly can. Sunseal Strike, they're not going to Terrasilize, so we're going to say bye-bye to Hatterene. And that should be pretty much game, set, match. So I have Walking Wake in the back end. Awesome. Dope. Cool. So no Terror type launches from them. Surprisingly enough. But we played that one really well. Necrozma getting after it early on here. We popped the Trick Room to counter their Trick Room. We did some nice damage with Collision Course into Palkia. And then we were able to one-tap the Calyrex and get rid of the Palkia in the same turn. Perfectly. Perfectly done. And then Ting-Lu out here against special attackers works so well. So I'll go for another Stomping Tantrum. I'll go for a Photon Geyser. They cancel match. Ladies and gentlemen, we're sitting 1-0. Let's look to keep this win streak rolling. We're sitting 1-0, going up against a Pokemon that I have a tough time with. Grimmsnarl. And to be more exact, Screen's Grimmsnarl. Now, Screen's Grimmsnarl sets up the screens and halves all my Pokemon's attacking moves. So it gets real tough out here. Definitely gets real tough. But they got Lunala. They do have Miraidon. Honestly, Ting-Lu is a great counter to both of them. On top of that, they're rocking out with Incineroar. Then they got Urshifu and Ursaluna. Now, do I lead Ting-Lu? Ting-Lu's pretty solid here. I definitely want it up against the Miraidon and the Lunala. I'm going to end up leading the Ting-Lu. So I'm going to bring out Ting-Lu here early on in the match. Koraidon could also be a solid lead. We might have to Terrasilize it early on here. Its speed's decent. It's Terror type. That's what I want to look at more importantly. It's probably Fire. Yeah, Fire's good. But would I rather go into like Necrozma off here? Because Necrozma for lead's okay. I mean, it's weak to dark moves. So Incineroar could be a tough guy. Especially if he intimidates me. You know what? Koraidon's going to pop out here. So I'm going to go Koraidon here. Bring Necrozma in the back end. And last but not least, give me the Ogerpon. Give me the OG, baby. Ogerpon coming out here with the Heart Flame Mash. Ready to deal some big time damage. But I really like Ting-Lu here. I think Ting-Lu is a great option. Especially in Regulation I. I feel like we're going to start seeing a bit more Ting-Lu. Just like slowly work its way into the meta. It just works so well. Considering Lunala is a big part of the meta. And that's how the meta just simply changes. The meta changes just by slowly, like, Pokemon coming in, and then, like, you're like, okay, now I gotta counter these Pokemon, and then new Pokemon come in, and then you're like, okay, I gotta counter these Pokemon, and then new Pokemon come in, and it's just a big cycle. So right now, Miraidon, Incineroar pop out here. Intimidate. That's fine. They got Fake Out ready to roll. I got Clear Amulet here as well. They're gonna just protecting Koraidon. And honestly, just ripping a Stomping Tantrum. He might Terrasilize into Fairy if he has it. That's if he has it, because a nice little Fairy Dazzling Gleam can do some damage. But I'm going to do this. I'm just going to protect. We're going to see what he wants to do here. So I protect in predictions of a Fake Out into the Koraidon slot. And he is going to fake out the slot. Cool. No Terror type, which is good news. I wonder if he's going for Dazzle Gleam, or maybe like a Volt Switch Pivot. And he's going to go for Draco Meteor and double straight down into the slot. So this turn's actually pretty good for us. Actually pretty good for us. So we get off this free Stomping Tantrum. We are -1 on attack, but still nice damage into Miraidon. Okay. I might just want to Terrasilize you and go into Collision Course here. You think Incineroar might swap? So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to Terrasilize, and I'm just going to go for Collision Course into this slot. Do we think Draco Meteor would still KO? Maybe. Maybe. It's scaring me, but I'm going to go for this. I mean, I don't think so. Good thing he did swap. I was going to say, I don't think so just because Ting Lu's on the field, which is great news. He's going to end up going into Lunala, which is real tough for us because I'm going for Collision Course into that slot. So he's going to Psychic Seeds up. Stomping Tantrum's going to fly into the Incineroar slot. And I wonder if he U-turns pivots or what he's going to do here. We do have the Fire Tower launching, which is decent here. Gets rid of our Fairy weakness, and a lot of Lunalas will rock the Dazzling Gleam with maybe like Fairy Tower type. Okay, Collision Course is going to do absolutely nothing. I wish I would have sent that into the Incineroar slot. That could have been great news. And he's going to go for a Burn Chance, which does not affect my Miraidon. So we just get off free damage this turn, which is good. So a little bit more damage flying out here from Ting Lu. That's beautiful. Do we think he's rocking Meteor Beam? Is there that off chance that he rocks Meteor Beam? I'm going to stay in here with Ting Lu. You give me no reason not to. And just rip a Collision Course into this slot. You give me no reason not to. Not a single reason not to. Please don't Terrasilize Lunala, because I want this 4x super effective Dark move into that slot. Incineroar is forced to Hard Swap or take this Collision Course. Let's be honest here. This is fine for me. Lunala, on the other hand, is definitely scaring me because it could be that Power or Meteor Beam. But I mean, we haven't really seen that too often in Regulation I. But Collision Course launches. We're going to say bye-bye to Incineroar. Get it on out my face. And he's not Terrasilizing, which is really, really, really good news. Lash Out should be able to do some nice damage here. And we actually outspeed it. So Lash Out flies. Beautiful damage. Let me bring it down real low. We get a crit on top of that. Awesome. He pops the Trick Room. The Trick Room's out here. Honestly, I was going to say, dude, Ting Lu's so slow. This might work in our favor. Considering we ride on so fast and Ting Lu's so slow, this might just work in our favor. So I don't mind him popping Trick Room. They can't bring out Miraidon here unless Miraidon's like really slow, but he actually outspeeds my, what's it called? He actually outspeeds my, can't even think of the Pokemon's name. He actually outspeeds my Koraidon. But I mean, no, I don't want to run. They get to bring out him, which actually is a huge problem. He's a huge problem. I can see a Protect just launching out from him this turn. Ting Lu could Ruination to try to half HP, or I could go for the KO here. Into this slot, which I am going to end up doing. I'm going to go for the KO. And I'm just going to end up protecting Koraidon. Just to see what he wants to do here. And he ends up withdrawing, so... He withdraws here. Lash Out's going to launch into the Miraidon slot. Trick Room's really throwing a wrench in everything. I'm curious to see if he protects and tries to get Guts going. But I am just protecting my Koraidon. It doesn't seem like he's protecting. Facade's going to launch in this slot. Can we soak this? Yeah, I was going to say we should easily be able to soak that. Lash Out flies. Does decent damage into you, and Guts is triggered. Now, with Miraidon being fastest on the field, he's forced to pick who he wants to KO here. I'm going to go for Flare Blitz just in case he wants to Terrasilize here. Yeah, just in case he wants to Terrasilize. I could have went in the Ogre Pod and tried to soak up this shot, but it's probably Headlong Rush. It's most likely Headlong Rush. Let's see, it's going to be a close matchup. They don't follow me. I do have Spiky Shield on a few of my Pokemon. We're going to have to protect and waste out Trick Room, so we're trying to just do as much as we can right now. Trying to just do as much as we possibly can right now. Let's see what you got here. I'm ripping a Flare Blitz here. Rather than Collision Course, because there is a chance that he could Terra Ghost maybe. Most likely it's normal, but he's just not terrestrializing. Facade's gonna fly here. We're gonna die out, which is fine. Surprised he didn't go for headlong. Guess he wanted to keep his defense stats, so it's kind of smart. Atomic Tantrum flies. We're gonna get rid of Miraidon here. I pick up the crit here as well. That's cool. Alright. That's cool. A little bit of crit action. We didn't need it. Sunlight is gone. Burn's slowly chipping. I don't have Protect on my Tinglu, which is kind of sad. At this point, I could go into Ogerpon. I could go into Necrozma, but Necrozma's just going to take a headlong rush if I try to go for Trick Room. Ogerpon's probably going to be the play with Spiky Shield. Yeah, we're going to try to get rid of this Lunala here. We're just going to try to get rid of this Lunala. I'm hoping Tinglu might be able to soak up Facade. Actually, I don't know, man. It's double damage. It does a ton. It does a boatload of damage. We got to see how many turns are left in Trick Room. But here's my whole thought process here. So we got 2 turns left in Trick Room. If I can go for Spiky Shield here, Tinglu takes a shot at trying to get rid of Lunala here. We go for Spiky Shield here, and say, worst comes to worst, we lose Tinglu. Next turn, we can go for Follow Me with Ogerpon, KO something with Necrozma, and then bring this down to a 1v1, make it a lot closer, right? That's really the plan. That's really the plan. Instead of Lash Out, we are just going to go for Stomping Tantrum. Play it simple, play it safe, just in case he wants to Terrasilize and we can't do enough damage. So we're going to go for Stomping Tantrum. We're going to go for that Spiky Shield here. Fingers crossed that Ursaluna actually pops out into my Ogerpon. And no, he doesn't. Can we soak this by chance? No, no chance. No chance. So that was the worst come to worst situation was right there. Moonblast going to fly here. Honestly, probably should have just attacked there. That could have been pretty good, and then just Spiky Shield protect here. But yeah, we're just going to go for Follow Me and get rid of Lunala here. Then make it a 1v1, but I don't know if we could do enough damage. Not sure if we could do enough damage. Headlong Rush is easily flying here. But I'd rather Sunseal Strike. I'm going to be honest here. I might double down into this. I might attack this slot, because I don't think I can one-tap this. And I don't think you're doing damage. You do have Moongeist Beam. Yeah, we're just going to go for Sunseal here. Sunsteel, Follow Me. See, that's what play. It's coming down to the wire. It's coming down to the wire, but I probably should attack with my Ogerpon last turn. They're just going for Moonblast, which was kind of... It wasn't odd, but... Let's see how this one plays. Follow Me pops out here. We're sending it. Facade's going to launch. Can you soak it, Ogerpon? Nobody can soak up a Facade, man. Nobody. Not a single Pokemon can soak up a Facade. Not a single Pokemon. We do outspeed this Lunala here. It turns to a 1v1. Hoping he just wants to go for Facades. I'm hoping he doesn't have Headlong Rush. This dude is ripping with Facades. I'm surprised he hasn't used Headlong Rush yet. I've been waiting for it just to lower his defensive stats, but I don't know. Now we're down to a 1v1. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. We are going to protect this turn just to burn him a little bit more. Just to get a couple burn turns here. See what he wants to use. Go for Facade again. Nope, there it is. There it is. The Headlong Rush. The Headlong Rush. I don't think we can do enough damage. I'll be surprised if Necrozma can. Just because of how bulky Ursaluna is. What's your attack stat, dude? Oh my lord. 229 though? 229? Sheesh. Alright, Sunseal Strike. Regardless of the target's ability, that's what it does. Inflicts damage using attack or special attack, whichever is higher for the user. So, I mean, this will obviously be physical attack, and they both do the same amount of damage. They both do the exact same amount of damage. So we're going for Sunseal Strike. Let's do it. How much damage are we doing? Can we KO? I don't know, man. This is cutting it close. This is cutting it close. And he's terrestrializing. What do you got here? What potentially, if it's, dude, if it's just fire, I'm gonna cry. It's Ghost. Okay, we're going for Sunsteel Strike. That's fine. Little bit of Sunsteel action. How much damage are we possibly doing? It's a question at hand. So close. So close, yet so far. So close, yet so far, man. Oh, that hurts the soul. Hurts the soul to lose like that. Down to the wire. Little bit of HP, low red. We end up losing that one. GG's to our opponent. Moving on to our final match for today's video. Your boy is sitting 1-1, and I'm kind of scared. Not gonna lie. Alolan Muck. I haven't seen this combo since a couple, 4 mats ago, and it was dominant. Minimize Muck with Smeargle. Oh, it's ugly. And then they have Co-Star Flamigo. Oh man, this gonna be rough for us. This could be rough for us. Okay. How do I want to play this? Because I really just want to get rid of Muck early on here. I do see Fake Out being very, very annoying for us with the Smeargle. Oh, dude, this is so ugly. Brute Bonnet's actually pretty good here. So I could go into Brute Bonnet. Do I want to lead Brute Bonnet? You know what? Yeah, because we're just going to Sport. Yeah, get on over here. If they want to play this stupid Minimize game, we're going to play the Sport game. So I'm going to end up leading that with Koraidon, just to get things going here early on. So I'd like both of them for our lead. We'll bring Necrozma, and I will finally, last but not least, fire Ogerpon. Bring it on out. Bring it on out here. But that last match, down to the wire, man. Down to the wire, which is kind of why I wanted to actually just attack that that Ursaluna, because I figured we couldn't take it out in one shot. But I figured if we would attack the Ursaluna first, besides Lunala, then Lunala would just Moongeist Beam us and probably KO'd us with that. That just does a lot of damage, but none of my Pokemon could survive a shot from Ursaluna, dude. Facades were flying, headlong rushes. It was just a lot. But he ends up going into both of these two. I don't mind it. We'll probably just see a Fake Out pop out here from Smeargle. I have the Covert Cloak on Brute Bonnet, so that's pretty good for us. So we're just going to put Muck to sleep, which is really my play here. Trying to say night-night to Muxky and go from there. So we'll Spore you, and from here, if you have Safety Goggles, I'm going to cry, to be honest. If you have Safety Goggles, I'm really going to cry. And I'm just going to go for Collision Course into this slot. So I'm just going for Follow Me. Wow. Follow Me is going to be the play with the Focus Sash. That really hurts. I thought you were going to go for Fake Out early on here. Hate this game. So he's going to Focus Sash up, and Spore is just going to do absolutely nothing. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. You guys ready to see me break my monitor? I'm going to do it. This monitor's going to break. It's going to break. Can you guys guess what Muck's using? I definitely can't. Of course, Minimize. Yay, Minimize, yay. Oh, my lord, dude. This is going to get out of hand. This is going to get out of hand. All right. We're going to try to put you to sleep. We're going to do this with a Collision Course. We're going to double right down into this Pokemon. Attack! Attack the Muck! Get it out of here before its Minimize evasiveness goes too high, man. Oh, man. Smeargle's going to be asleep. We'll try to get rid of it next turn. Collision Course is landing. That's great news to see. Real good news to see. It's great damage. Spore land, Spore land, Spore land, Spore land! No! Please, 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 please! Out comes the leftovers. Where things get crazy. Alright, well, I'm gonna get rid of Smeargle this turn. It's speed's boosting. Is that a correct statement? Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a Seed Bomb and hope it's asleep this turn. A Seed Bomb into that slot, and I guess we'll go for another Collision Course. See if we can land that. Hopefully we can land that. Of course Smeargle wakes up, and that's Night-Night Koraidon, correct? No, we should go for Follow Me. Okay. We'll KO you. Of course after this thing wakes up, man. Of course you wake up. Get rid of Smeargle. Co-Star Flamigo's gonna pop out here, and this is about to get annoying, dude. This is about to get real rough for us. And at least land the Seed Bomb. Power of Alchemy comes out here, and Moody is taking over. Seed Bomb's missing. God, I can't wait for Mario Kart to come out. I cannot wait for Mario Kart to come out in the Switch 2. Moody's popping out. Your special defense is dropping, which is... I got pretty much all physical attackers. I do have all physical attackers. And what stat was boosting, I was kind of just like rubbing my face at that point. I do have Sucker Punch ready to roll with the Brutski. What's your stat boost? Special attack? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad, because you're physical, aren't you? Okay, Gonna Terrasilize. I'm gonna Spore you and just protect my Koraidon. The reason I'm Terrasilizing the Brute Bonnet here is a simple reason. It's because... Actually, never mind. I don't even know why I Terrasilize. I kind of thought it was poison typing, and it's not. I actually don't know why I Terrasilize. I thought it was poison typing for a second. I was just thinking of regular Amoonguss. That's all me, but I don't mind it too much here. It's not bad. Oh, dude, that's bad. This is what I deal with? This is what I deal with? This? This is what I get. On a nice, lovely Thursday morning, I gotta wake up to this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying, man. I mean, I can't really do much about this. I'm trying here. I'm trying for you guys. I'm trying. I mean, we just have to keep spamming Spore. I mean, I'm gonna go for Sucker Punch here, just because it would rip into you. And I guess I'll try to land a collision course. It all comes down to RNG at this point. I'll miss every attack. I'll miss every attack here. Every single attack. Brutal, guys. This is brutal. That's gonna be game. That's gonna be game. Unless I land this collision course to get a crit. That's my only possible way of winning this game. And I ain't landing it. I will never land an attack. I think next time I see a Muck team, I'm just gonna like turn off my console. I think that's just what I'm gonna do here. Now I take a poison. Good night, Koraidon. Blah 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 blah. They're gonna go into. I'm gonna go into Necrozma and Ogerpon. I reuse my Terror type, so I can't Terrasilize. She's gonna Astral Barrage. Good game. Thanks for playing. At least I didn't get swept. Blah 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 blah. Is what it is. We played this game actually, or this video really well. I mean, the third and final match was just an absolute mess. But match number 1 and match number 2 are the 2 legitimate matches, and yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Is there any possible way I could have got around this? I'm trying to think, like, even if I knew he was going for follow me instead of fake it early on, I don't think there was a possible way for me to do anything. Like, I don't have a taunt user on this team. What could I have done here? Probably nothing. I really don't think I could have done much. I could have maybe popped Trick Room with Necrozma. I mean, but that wouldn't really do much, though. Yeah, we don't have any double hitting moves. Yeah, dude, this was just set up for disaster. I guess I'll go for a Sunseal Strike in this slot. And I guess I'll double down into Calyrex, just because Calyrex is such a big threat. But Astral Barrage is just going to finish this game off. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. 1 and 2 for today's video. I'm not counting this third and final match. That is ridiculous. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video, at least the first and second match. Maybe you guys got a laugh out of match number 3, but man, dude, Alolan Muck, I should start a petition. Get that Pokemon banned. That is just absurd. Minimize, minimize, minimize. Then they can bring out Co-Star Flamigo. But in this instance, they brought out Psych Up Calyrex. Took the stats and then just Astral Barrage to victory. Tough one for us there. We didn't really have a counter. We kind of needed like a fake out user there. That would have been good to, you know, just like fake out the, what is that Pokemon? The Smeargle and then Spore the Muck. But at that point, honestly, probably Ghost Terror Smeargle. So that would have just put a wrench on our parade. I feel like that team right there is just built to win, man. It's just built to win. But nonetheless, this team was a lot of fun to use for me today. Necrozma going crazy with the Life Orb and its high attack stat. Doing big time damage, as you guys saw in match number 1 and 2. But match number 3, we didn't get to really land an attack at all. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new here, click that big red subscribe button so you know when all of my videos go live. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you spread some positivity today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.